Panna cotta is not really that magical of a dessert, but it's right for what you want to eat after you've eaten all these savory courses. All right, so panna cotta is flavored milk, I thought to myself. Great. So it's usually vanilla, chocolate, sometimes buttermilk, lemon. That's what people expect. That's what we know of panna cotta. That wasn't good enough for me. That's not going to make a difference. You're going to forget that in 5. You're not even going to remember what you had for dessert. And no matter how much time I spent in the kitchen R&Ding, tinkering with ingredients, or how much time I spent at the computer trying to research ingredients, cool flavor pairings, I couldn't come up with an idea. I got so frustrated, so fed up, that I got up and I went for a walk. I did one of my favorite walks. I walked down the street. It's New York City. These bodegas, they're little grocery stores, right? They're open 24 hours. I walk down the street, I speed walk into this bodega, and I start walking the aisles of the grocery store. This is one of my favorite places to go for a walk, because y'all know this is what you do, right? This is where people's taste buds are formed. This is where their first relationship with flavor and texture starts. It's where the ritual begins. It's where they fall in love with food. So I grab a basket and I just start walking up and down the aisles of the grocery store. It's a panna cotta. It's flavored milk. I just kept saying to myself, what could make a delicious flavored milk? Produce section first. Cucumber milk? It's a little wacky. Tomato milk? That's weird. Carrot milk? A little too savory. Mint milk? That could be refreshing. Then I turn the corner. We're in the cookies and the crackers. Chocolate chip cookie milk, maybe it's a little too on the nose. Graham cracker milk, maybe a little too homey. Pretzel milk, Ritz cracker milk, kind of like that, salty sweet. Then I turn the corner, cereal aisle. I stopped in my tracks and I was like, man, cereal milk, right? The flavor of what's left in your milk after you eat all the cereal out of it. I was a picky eater as a kid. My mom and I had an agreement. I could choose any box of cereal from the grocery store as long as she could pour as much milk over it as she wanted to make sure I got that vitamin D, those nutrients. Definitely a thing for me when I was a kid. It's either a good idea or a bad idea, I thought. So I grabbed a box of plain Jane cornflakes back to the kitchen. First, I made a giant bowl of cereal, right? Washing the flavor of those toasted cornflakes into the milk below. And then I set it into a panna cotta form. I paired it with a salty, sweet, crunchy cornflake crunch, put it on a plate, and brought it to the savory team in the kitchen. No introduction. Have a bite of this, let me know what you think. And I kind of started going back into the office where I was working, because I was like, this is either a good idea or a bad idea. I can hear them eating. I can hear the spoons hitting the plate. I can hear them starting to crunch on that cornflake crunch. And all of a sudden, Dave comes chasing after me. His eyes are bugging out of his head. He's going, what, it's like I know I can put my finger on it, but it's like I'm having like a Ratatouille moment. Have y'all seen that Disney movie, Ratatouille? I'm a kid again, what is it? It's cereal milk, I said. And from that, I took off sprinting. It's basically the moment cereal milk was born. I took that idea and I blew it out of proportion. Cereal milk soft serve ice cream has been on the menu at Milk Bar since day one, and it alone could pay our rent even in the winter months. Four-wall EBITDA insane thanks to this creation. I found it out on a walk. Sometimes when it's just not coming to you, it might not be you, it might be your environment. Sometimes you just gotta get up from behind the desk, turn off the Zooms, and go be a person in the world. Sometimes you just gotta get up and go for a walk. And it's not just me. Stanford University has studied this one. Not only does your creative output increase by 60% when you move around, how else are you going to go out and find those random sparks of being a human in this wild, wonderful, magical, curious world if you don't get up and get out there? For you all, you're my sales and marketing people, you know this. This is not new, right? I'm sure you walk the aisles of the grocery store. I'm certain you do. That's part of your day. And of course, that's what I mean by go for a walk. But what I challenge you to think about is to go even broader before you go narrow. Walk where the food is. Walk where the food is. Of course, walk the aisles of the grocery store. Where is the food? Where is your customer? How do you follow your customer when you go and walk where the food is?